This is Healing Win TV, and this is episode 1 of Beyond the Altar, looking at lives of those various men of God who are making impact in society. There are different kinds of things done within preaching, and one of those difficulties that preachers face is to live beyond the altar. And today we have been joined in by a vibrant man of God, a young man of God that is making significant impact despite the age. He has touched so many lives and still touching lives. We have been joined in by this great man of God. I'd like you to welcome in this man of God. Man of God, you are welcome to Healing Win TV.
Thank you so much.
Man of God, you don't mind telling the people who you are?
All right. So thank you so much. The Lord bless all the viewers. Thank you for being connected. I'm Evangelist John Greatness, the founder and general overseer for George Chapel International Ministry.
Man of God, we entered the fence and we saw how things are arranged. That speaks volume. And we want to applaud you for that.
Amen.
You did extremely well. Man of God, how has ministry been over the years?
All right. Thank you so much. It's very good questions. Ministry have been very good and bad. Except good because you must accept the call. It's a good part of it. But to implement certain things about ministry, it's difficult. It's not all about bread and butter. So, in being over church, faith, trust, and hope. Anything you believe to, it is a depth of course where you die for, you are convinced about it. That this is this, and God said this. And so when you believe in God or believing into your call, is having faith that this thing will happen no matter what is going, no matter what is happening now, what I'm going through, there is a strong belief that this thing will happen. But the reason why people always float in their unbelief because they have certain one aspect of God, and that is the faith aspect, believing Him and not believing Him. No. So when you believe in God, is having the hope, the trust the God that you keep trusting, hope in the God that you keep hoping in, and then He will work on your unbelief.
Man of God, can desperation lead to conviction?
No. You see, it's a very good question. That is the error of many people in our generation. That you are desperate for something, it doesn't mean that you can get something. So to be convicted by the Holy Spirit, there should be a personal revelation. That you must encounter the Lord that will convince you. You know, when a man died to certain cost and said, this is this. So if you are desperate for things, it doesn't mean God can look at that desperation and make you to be convicted. No. So there is a big difference between you being desperate, you having the zeal, you having the passion, and you be convicted by the Holy Spirit. So to be desperate doesn't mean you are convicted.
Man of God, have you ever experienced doubt before?
Doubt?
Doubt.
Yes. Adapted the chord.
Wow.
Yeah, the beginning of this ministry, I adapted it. I actually came to start something. I believe the first time I hosted service, it was not fruitful. I adapted that. God didn't come to open church.
Wow.
I actually adapted it. And the Lord had to work on it, believe in it. And some of the people that was around believe, they trust, and say, man of God, we know and we believe the grace of God over your life. So I adapted a lot of things. Some miracles that God performed, I actually doubt. For the Lord work on my doubt, and God is glorifying Himself.
Man of God, let me make it a broad one. There are a lot of, superior, or let me say, older father of faith. How do you go about winning their trust as a young preacher?
Okay, so there are two things that I actually do when I see father of faith to believe in my call. Number one is what we call ethics. Once you know ethics, somebody that been ahead of you, when you see them, ethically speaking, your presentation speak of the ethic. And you should be a war-based person.
Hmm.
When you see a father of faith that been in the faith 20, 25 years, and to believe in you, it will be actually difficult because this gospel is very huge. There are people who don't believe God can use the younger generation.
Hmm.
They believe that God will keep using people that is older in age, maybe older in some things.
Hmm.
But I work on them based on my ethics. I work on them. Once you see my ethic, observe the ethic. When you're being to the faith, you will know that actually there is a hands of God for my life because my ethic is very strong. I will work by my ethic. I know my limits with Father. I know my boundary to set with Father, how to approach them, how to talk to them, how to greet them, how to see them one on one. So I work on the ethic. And I believe through the ethic, they will believe me.
They will believe you. Yes. So had there been a competition, within your own locality? Have you felt anyway like you are intimidating or you are being intimidated by someone?
Actually, to be frank, man of God, I don't actually look at people's work to see if they are doing well or not. I run my calling and my mission on my faith and belief. So I don't compete with people, and I don't think people will compete with me, though it is common to men, but I don't think people will compete with me because we are all leading to a one place and serving one God. So when you believe in God and believe, trusting in your ministry and calling, I don't think you have to compete with people because competition is the first way to failure. Anybody that competes, it is possible that you fail. So I don't think my ministry is imitating people or people ministry is imitating me. No, I don't look at it on that perspective.
Man of God, you don't mind telling us?
They believe that all young preachers are the same.
Wow.
Yeah, they believe that all young preachers are the same because probably they saw an era of young preacher and then they just bring it to every other person. And those people ahead of us in the faith, man of God, I would like you to know that majority they are not helping the young people
Wow.
because they are actually seeing them as error and threat to their life. No, and it can't happen like that.
Hmm.
So the misconception they get about young preacher that they can't hustle, they can't do things for themselves, they will be laughing to the people cheering. All these things they are common things that is said to young preacher. Yes, but it is bad, and I believe that God is working with young people. So that is the misconception I've seen in my little faith.
By that statement, they are not helping young preachers.
Like by the grace of God, I was opportune to visit a few nations, and I sat down with few individuals that control thousands of people, and their knowledge. When I'm talking about helping, I'm talking about being a support system to the journey of a young man. The reason why God called them before they called us because He wanted us to stand on their shoulder, man of God.
Wow.
So if you are a old preacher, a long-time preacher, seeing a young man in ministry, trying, fighting to raise up his hand, that guy should be somewhere else doing another thing. For him, believe the call. I believe the old preacher that have been blessed, that have been established, should see a young man believing the call, despite how you feel about him or not, for helping him. Helping, they are not helping him. Whether it's morally, physically, spiritually, financially. I'm not seeing the help of older preacher or fathers. Most fathers, there are few fathers of the faith that do it, but some fathers of the faith don't do it. They don't help young preacher. They don't help. They criticize young preacher.